Nothing will ever bring out the best in a man than being or coming from a dark place, hitting rock bottom. You know, when you've hit rock bottom, you can't go further down. Like you've reached the limit of your low. You can't go further down. It's either you're going to remain there or you have to work your way up from that rock bottom. A man must go through tough times sometimes. It's necessary. Otherwise, you will never dig deeper into yourself to bring your ultimate best. And for young men today, sometimes there's women shaming you for being broke, overlooking you for other guys, mistreating you, looking down on you just because you have nothing at the moment. That could be your dark place. That could be your rock bottom. Sometimes, if you don't have motivation, motivation will come to you. Motivation will locate you. It's painful being broke as a guy. It's painful to wish you had a girlfriend who's going to love you and respect you, and you can't find one. It's painful. The question is, are you going to let that pain go to waste? Or are you going to use that pain to prove to everybody else who said you will never amount to anything, to amount to anything? Are you going to cry? Or are you going to work your way out of that rock bottom? Are you going to work your way out of that dark place? There's a saying, if you're going through hell or if you're going through a storm, there's one guarantee that when you come out of that storm, you won't be the same person who walked in. If you're going through hell, if you're going through tough time, if you're in a dark place, if you ever come out of that, you won't come out the same person who walked in. No matter what you're going through as a guy right now, one thing I can guarantee is that you won't come out the same. You'll come better. There's no other ways. Either you're going to remain there or you will come out better. You don't have a choice. Sometimes as guys, we tend to relax, we tend to forget. And then you go through some kind of a depression and things go south for you. You go through some kind of a depression, things become difficult for you, things go south for you. That's a wake-up call. It's a test. A man's true test in life is going through hell. And as a man, you must learn to embrace hard times. Because hard times will come at you in different forms. It can be a woman cheating on you. It can be a woman divorcing you. It can be a woman shaming you for being broke. It can be losing your job and your wife leaves. It can be retrenchment, losing your house, losing your cars, losing your marriage. Tough times will find you one way or the other as a guy. And if as a guy you cannot sometimes embrace pain and use it as a fuel to bring out the best in you, life will be hell for you, my king. Yeah, you can cry as a guy. It's okay to cry as a guy when you're going through hell, when you're overwhelmed by whatever you're going through. It's okay to cry, but when you stop crying, make sure that you will never ever cry over that same shit again. Never ever find yourself crying over the same shit again as a guy. Cry. Be depressed a little bit. But get up and get out of there. You're not a woman. Women have their own challenges. Men have their own challenges. And men's challenges are far worse because society expects more from you. Society expects you to be a robot. Society expects you not to feel pain. They will call you a sissy. That's why find a corner, cry alone in a room somewhere. If you want to talk to somebody, find another man. Don't talk to a woman unless she's your mother. Go find a pastor. Go find somebody you can confide in. Don't confide in a woman. Never cry to a woman. She will see weakness in you. If you are in hell, my king, that is the greatest opportunity to find out who you are, because sometimes you don't know yourself as a man. You don't know who you are and what you are capable of until you are in the darkest place ever. And for you to get out of there, it's for you to, get to work through pain. I'm telling you, if you get out of that dark place, if you overcome these shamings of being broke, being looked down on, nothing will ever bring you down again. Even if something can bring you down, you'll be able to overcome it again. The thing about being in a dark place and being shamed, overlooked and all that is that at the same time, they should help you create a bulletproof mindset. That's one of the advantages of hitting rock bottom sometimes in your life. Going through some kind of a depression, going through hardships, going through a dark place as a guy. Get out of that place. Work hard, making. It's a test. You're in a dark place, you've hit rock bottom. Trust me, everything you need to get out of that dark place is within you. You need that courage, you need that willpower to get out of there. This is one true test that's going to help you graduate into becoming a man. You must graduate to become a man. You don't just become a man easily, just like that. Being a man is handed to you on a silver platter. No, making. You have to go through hell to earn that badge of being a man. It's a calling to be a man. You are called to be a man. It's a calling. You don't just become a man. It's not handed or sold. That status, that badge is not handed on the street or given to you on a silver platter. You have to earn it by going through hell, going through a storm, going through tough time, hitting rock bottom. You can survive anything. You can come back from anything. If you always make sure that whatever you're going through, your spirit is never broken. Once your spirit is intact as a guy, you can lose everything and start from zero and rebuild and regain most, if not everything, you have lost. As long as your spirit is still intact, your willpower is still intact, you can come back from anything. The question is, do you know it or not? Are you going to give up or not? You are still alive, man. What are you going to do with the rest of your life? When you give up, what are you going to do with the rest of the time you are left with on this planet? Sometimes you still have 20 years, 50 years to live. What are you going to do in that 50 years when you give up? You can survive anything. You can come back from anything. You can overcome anything. Everything is within you. Believe in yourself, willpower, courage, that spirit you have inside you. Those are the things that are going to help you come out of whatever you're going through. Become a man.
My friends be like, how come you not famous yet? I be like, you didn't share my shit. My friends be like, how come you not famous yet? I be like, you didn't share my shit.